I don't want to keep going off on Vegas comics. I really don't. But there's a guy here in town in Las Vegas. His name is Michael Shank.
Oh, no.
And I don't know this man. Now, we are friends on Facebook. Works at Comedian. Looks like he's in an electrical workers union. So probably not a full-time comic. Just going down his Facebook, letting you guys know what I see. Looks like he's got a kid that he loves. Babies all over the Facebook. And then he posts this morning, and I'm just scrolling through my feed. Imagine my surprise. I'm having a coffee. I'm enjoying my life. Michael Shank, tag him, let him know we've got a problem. No, this is the post, and I'm mad. I'm just coming across this, having a coffee, having a nice day, and this is what assaults my senses. This is a post. FYI, do you know that a COVID-19, also, why is COVID-19 in quotation marks? Is that not the name of the disease? I don't understand. Sensor has been inserted secretly into every phone. Apparently, when everyone was having a phone disruption earlier this week, they were adding a COVID-19, no parentheses this time, no quotations this time, weird, tracker to our phones. If you have an Android phone, go under Settings, then look for Google Settings and see if it's there. If you are using an iPhone, go under Settings, Privacy, then Health. It's there, but not yet functional. The app can notify you if you've been near someone that has reported having COVID-19. Don't turn it on because you will be tracked everywhere you go. But once you update your phone, it will automatically be turned on our phones. Copied from a friend. I checked. It is there, just not turned on. Oh, boy. That is one of the greatest fucking comedies I've ever read. I don't know where to break this down, and I don't know Michael Shank at all, but I will tell you this. Number one, anytime you post on your thread, copied from a friend, you look like a fucking asshole, all right? I'm just going to tell you that. Like, copied from a friend? What are you, my aunt? Are you people, like, do you think it makes you look like... I don't understand you not, like, fact-checking anything you post. I can't imagine posting something copied from a friend. A, I have no friends, and B, the C key on my keyboard is broken on every computer I own, okay? So I don't know how to copy and paste. I can barely use a mouse. I have a lot of fucking carpal tunnel. FYI, okay, copied from a friend, FYI. Do you know that a COVID-19 sensor has been inserted secretly into every phone? Okay, so a sensor is a physical thing, usually. And it's been inserted into every phone, okay? Let me explain something to you. That update was developed in fucking like April, okay? Go online right now to Google and just type in 2 words for me. Type in 4 words. Type Apple, Google, COVID tracking. Okay? You will see a million articles pop up from everything from Wired Magazine to CNN. Tech news to mainstream news to developer websites on how to integrate this and how it was developed between different companies. Okay? This COVID tracking ability. Okay? This dummy... And by the way, I don't know what dummy I'm talking about. The person who originally fucking posted it or the idiot who copied it willy-nilly without understanding anything he's talking about. But this is the world now, Apparently, when everyone was having a phone disruption earlier this week, they were adding a COVID-19 tracker to our phones. So again, he thinks this week earlier when everyone was having phone trouble. It's like, by the way, I didn't have any phone problems earlier this week. for him to be like, while our phones were all glitching last week, they were adding a tracker. It's like, this is such a fucking insane conspiracy theory that I can't. Let me, first of all, explain to what this does. This doesn't do anything that your phone didn't already do. All this is using is Bluetooth, okay? All the time you're walking down the road, your phone is like contacting other Bluetooth identifiers, pinging off them while you walk around. Other phones, other Bluetooth devices, other AirPods, all this stuff, constantly. And your phone does maintain a list, however temporary or permanent, of these IDs that it comes in contact with. This is how your Bluetooth knows to pair with different things that you've already paired with, et cetera, okay? And there's a security system built on top of this that doesn't let other apps fuck around with this data, keeps it kind of secure in a way. And I'm doing a very high level of this because I understand that most of you here do not have third grade educations, okay? And what it also allowed to do is then build a database on top of that for people to self-report when they had COVID, and also other devices that came nearby within a limited time frame to notify those people. This is all opt-in. You have to download, first of all, I think you have to turn on the data sharing. Then I think you have to download the application. Then you have to, of course, give the application permission to access the data. This is for opting in, which is why these apps won't work. It does have to be forced on you if it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, the only way this COVID tracking stuff works is if everybody who gets COVID has to mandatorily report to these apps, and then everybody else has to opt in, and it all tracks each other mandatory. But your phone, by the way, there's a million apps on your phone tracking where you're going. It's always these fucking idiots. Don't get the vaccine, insert it into your skin. I don't want to be tracked. It's Bill Gates tracking you while you carry around, a supercomputer in your pants pocket with GPS access and data access continually. The number of companies that are tracking what you're doing on every fucking app, on everything you're doing online. Like, what are you talking about? No one's that interested in your shit. And by the way, the people who have something to be worried about are doing something about it, not just posting a Facebook. All you're doing is posting a Facebook post about it. That's not a thing. So, if you've done any research into this, it's not something like they put on your phones to track you. And number two, it didn't happen last week during an outage when we were all having trouble. What a bunch of horse shit. They put a COVID tracker on our phones 3 months ago. Wake up. It's always the most asleep people. How did you miss this in the news? It was everywhere. How did you, where have you been, bro? It's always like the most fucking asleep people at the wheel who are going around telling other people to wake up and see what the government is doing. It's like, we knew about these COVID trackers months ago, and now you're coming around going like, guys, you won't believe what the government did. It's like Google and Apple did it 3 months ago. Where were you? Keep up. I don't get it. You're all out of your minds. Continuing. If you have an Android phone, go under settings, then look for Google settings, see if it's there. If you're using iPhone, go under settings, privacy, then health. If it's not there, it's there, but not yet functional. The app can notify you if it's not an app that was installed. It was a capability for apps to do something. If you don't download and install an app, ain't nobody doing shit to you. Okay? And then he tells people, don't update your phones again, or it'll activate this thing. It's like, you all need to fucking stop. This is Trey's Mallard going around being scared of the goddamn moon, and this guy's telling all his friends in earnest, an adult with children, you have things to worry about that are real, and you're running around spreading false information. Like, there's not enough fucking unknown uncertainty in this world, and assholes are running around telling you that they're installing trackers on your phones. Hey, dipshit, look into Prism and all these programs. They've been done installing your phone. Ever talked to Snowden? Didn't think so. Got him.